I got to get Phoebe on the phone. Andrew, you're saying that Phoebe's waiting for us? Okay, hang on. Let me dial Phoebe. Phoebe is the daughter of the guy that was pronounced dead by the EMTs in Clearwater, who she kept saying, no, he's alive. No, ma'am, he's gone. The EMTs left, and then new EMTs came and took him to the hospital, and he's alive.
Yeah, and the update we had at the end of this story last week, MJ,
he's
was
back home.
He's home. He's fine.
Oh, my God. We got to get an update here. Hang on a minute.
I've heard stories before of EMTs misdiagnosing somebody dead or alive, and then the guy kicks the bucket a day later because he was like literally on death's door. This guy sounds like he's otherwise reasonably healthy. Yeah. He's home.
Unbelievable story. And this got national attention.
Hello.
Phoebe.
Hi.
Hey, it's the MJ Morning Show. Hey, sorry, we were trying to get a flash panning call, so I'm sorry to call you late, but finally Danny called in with a flash panning story. All right, so Phoebe, this story is unbelievable. Folks, I want you to meet Phoebe Maxwell. And Phoebe, how old are you?
I'm 43. Can I put you on speakerphone because my dad's with me?
Yeah, could you do me a favor? Could you turn the radio all the way down? Because there's going to be a 20-second delay, and it's going to be all confusing. So turn the radio all the way down, and then, I think you can put me on speakerphone. Let me hear what it sounds like, okay?
All right. Hang on 1 minute.
Yep. No problem.
Okay, how's that?
Oh, that's not bad at all. All right, so we got to tell the story. Your dad is 65 years old.
66.
Yeah, there's Dad.
Hey, Dad.
Dad is alive.
Welcome back.
This is so that's Thomas. Thomas Maxwell is now 66 years old, and this is a crazy story. This was this last week or the week before, guys?
It was February 15th.
Okay, February 15th. Now, Phoebe, tell us what happened. Your father was unresponsive. You called 911, right?
Well, my mom called 911, and I was doing CPR. Unfortunately, I had found my fiance passed away a few years ago, so I knew the difference between CPR when someone was dead and when they're not. And he kept trying to take a breath, and his chest was going up and down when I was giving him mouth to mouth. So the paramedics came in, the EMTs.
So your mom calls 911, and these two Clearwater EMTs, they show up, and then what happens?
He squatted down by my dad's head, and he picked up his wrist, not even long enough to take a pulse, and he said, "Ma'am, I'm sorry, he's gone." And I said, no, he's not. He's trying to breathe. And he says, "No, that's just the body releasing its gases." I says, "No, it's not, because his eyelids wouldn't even close." Now, when you're dead, your eyelids just close. You don't have the muscle control to open them again.
Was he blinking?
He was able to open them.
So you say to them, he's alive. They say, "No, ma'am, he's gone." And then they leave?
Well, I guess I'm still with my dad, screaming that he's dead because I believe the EMT. And then I guess when the sheriffs got here, because we live in Pinellas County and unincorporated, so when the sheriffs got here, they told them that he was deceased. And then the sheriffs came in and covered him with a sheet, and those EMTs left. Well, later on, the woman that was in charge of it, she heard him take a breath. So she quickly uncovered him with the sheet and called Largo Fire and Rescue.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow.
So that is incredible. So then another EMT, Largo Fire and Rescue, they show up. And how quickly did they determine your dad was not dead, that he was alive?
From when they showed up, I would say probably a few minutes.
Wow.
All right, Phoebe, from the time Clearwater got there
And said he was dead.
to the time Largo said, "Nope, he's alive."
How much time?
Yeah.
I would say probably 10, 14 minutes.
Wow.
That's a lot of critical time. That's a lot of critical time
It
for
really
care.
is.
Wow.
So Largo Fire and Rescue, they get to your place. They say, "Nope, he's alive." And do they do CPR, or what did they do to try to get him in better shape?
I wasn't allowed back in the room with my dad because they had a hard time removing me from him once they told me he was dead.
Oh, wow.
bet.
So, and then they told me I couldn't do CPR, the Clearwater EMTs, if you can call them that.
Well, as you know, the two medics from Station 47, They have been put on leave. I don't know what their disposition is now, but
I hope they get fired.
I mean,
Maybe some retraining, Phoebe.
Yeah, either fired or some heavy duty retraining. Hey, how to tell if you? How to tell? Hold on. Say that again.
Retraining definitely, but my dad feels fired. But
yeah, I think I heard your dad say, "Hey, Thomas, Thomas, get very close to the phone. Are you there, Thomas?"
Yes, I am.
Thomas, welcome back. We're glad you're alive, Thomas. I'm glad you're alive.
Yeah, so am I, brother.
Hey, Thomas, were you conscious at all? Could you hear voices when they said that you were dead and that you were gone? Did you hear any of that?
No, I didn't, but I saw some really weird shit going through my mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Thomas.
What, like, when you're supposed to see God and whatnot?
Yep. Mm-hmm. All right, so you saw some really weird stuff, and
I guess I woke up in the hospital about 2 days later.
And then you were pretty much released fairly quickly. You were back home.
And a week.
Yeah, I mean, Thomas, are there any residual effects, or are you?
It's just mental, man. Especially mental. I mean, it disturbed my whole freaking family.
Well, any effects on you from being ill? I mean, I understand the trauma of having the misdiagnosis from the EMT, but are you back to your normal activities, or are you still taking it easy?
I'm still having trouble walking. I have to use a cane.
Okay.
And I can't sleep.
Now, your daughter was distraught. I mean, she's doing CPR on you. Now, you think that the EMTs that pronounced you dead and said, nope, he's gone, and they left, you think they ought to be fired?
You bet your ass.
Oh, wow.
Well, yeah. I mean, he was dead.
I mean,
yeah. Again, I don't have
I mean, somebody can pronounce their mama dead without doing anything about it?
Yeah. Listen, Thomas, it's
CPR.
Yeah, it's the craziest story in the world, and it's unacceptable. It is. I mean, you would think that an EMT, that they have the right equipment, that they can tell if somebody is really, really dead. And Thomas, you weren't. I mean, Thomas, this has got to be
no equipment in.
Oh, hold on, they brought no equipment in.
They just eyeballed
it. Nothing.
They spitballed
it. All he did was tested his arm for a pulse, and it wasn't even long enough to check it. There was no defibrillator, no hookup to a heart monitor, nothing.
Phoebe, you realize you're a hero.
Yeah, she is.
I mean, that is. Now, let me ask you a question. What do you think would have happened? I mean, do you have any indication? So what did they want you to do with your dad? The first Clearwater EMTs that said he's dead and they left, what instructions did they give you? Who are you supposed to call to take the body?
Absolutely none. I guess they called the coroner.
So, wow.
They told me nothing. They just told me to stop doing CPR.
I mean, I wonder if you guys didn't call, if the Pinellas deputy didn't then call Largo Fire and Rescue.
My dad could have woken up in a morgue.
In a body bag or something.
Yeah, if he would have woken up at all, or he would have died at asphyxiation, possibly.
Oh my God! All right, are you guys, just out of curiosity, are you guys considering any legal action? Are you?
We are, but we need help finding a lawyer. So if any lawyers out there would like to take this case,
it's a civil suit.
It's not necessarily civil; it's medical malpractice. But
wow.
You let the lawyer figure out what. You let the lawyers figure out how it qualifies.
Listen, I can get a hold of our friends at Camp Rouge and Green, and run it by them. I mean, they're our studio sponsor, and they're a great sponsor of the MJ Morning Show. And let me be clear, and guys, I know you know this, that the vast majority of firefighters, EMTs, paramedics are incredible. They will do everything to save a life. This is just a rarity. This is an oddity. This is not common within the city of Clearwater, or this is not common within, any EMT or fire.
Right.
This is just rare. This just doesn't really happen, and you just got a bad roll of the dice, and I don't know why.
I feel that the EMT was pretty judgmental. They had been called out here previously for my dad. He does have alcoholism, which I guess thanks to this, he's containing pretty well. But, and I think that they more or less were just looking at it, well, this is an old alcoholic, so we'll just let him die.
Gotcha. Well, Thomas.
We won't waste our life-saving devices on
Hey,
him.
Thomas, are you able to back off the bottle a little bit now?
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
All right.
Little
But,
bit.
I still can't sleep. It's traumatized.
Listen, I can understand that. Guys, thank you for coming on. And, I will run this by Kemp Rouge and Green, one of our legal sponsors.
you.
Okay? And listen, I have your number. I'll get back to you. But it's amazing to talk to Thomas back from the dead, who was never really dead. But
He's laughing.
Oh, and the good die young, brother.
Hey, Thomas and Phoebe, thank you so much for coming on. We'll be in touch.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right, guys, have a great day.
You have a good show.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.